Welcome to a journey into the past. We will be descending into the 1920s. The world of your ancestors 100 years ago. By perusing newspapers from back then, we will know what was happening in the world. Some of the stories will be humorous. Some will make you think. So come back with me through space and time to the Roaring Twenties. This is Old Times is Not Forgotten, where we believe you can learn a lot from the past. So strap on your intergalactic space helmet as we blast into 1929. Tampa man says radio vibrations can cure disease. Broadcasting and receiving as a panacea for one's ills has been developed by Dr. Fred Uberteit. Dr. Uberteit called his invention sinothermic therapy. His system, he said, consisted of a broadcasting and receiving set combined in one instrument, utilizing electrical energy in broadcasting as in a radio. The radio picks up sound vibrations, he explained. My device picks up sinothermic vibrations, which seem very similar, if not identical, to the pheromonal vibrations of the human organism. And when the sinothermic energy is applied to the human body, the sinothermic vibrations are seemingly lost amongst the organic vibrations. When the vibrations come in contact with an abnormal condition in any part of the body, it immediately sets up a reaction which causes healing. There were hobos and tramps aplenty in 1929, but did you ever hear of a tramp cow? Tramp cows breakfast at Sefner. They did it again, darn 'em. For the second time, range cows ate bread, cakes, pies, and other delicacies out of the bread box in front of Woods and Milner's grocery store at Sefner. Mr. Milner posted this notice this morning. To whom it concerns, cows ate a whole box of bread, cakes, and pies at my store this 15th day of October, 1929. Mr. Milner says the wandering cows have learned how to open the bread box and help themselves. They stand on the main highway munching their breakfast until shooed away. How many loaves did they eat? Mr. Milner was asked. Don't know, 'cause they ate up the ticket, too. Mr. Milner's favors a no-fence law. Now it's bridegroom who cheers. After all, who'll profit most? Prospective brides have been cheering the announcement that the Episcopal Church has deleted the word obey from the women's part of the marriage ceremony. Prospective grooms began to cheer for their side today. The announcement now is that the church has deleted a whole phrase and one of the material importance from the man's part of the nuptial vows. The man won't have to say, "With all my worldly goods I thee endow," which is fair enough. You can't smoke a lipstick. Perfume cigarettes may mean all the world to Russia, but Tampans like their smoke straight. A complaint by smokers has resulted in a number of cigar factories here issuing orders to their girl workers to refrain from use of lipstick and perfumes while engaged in making cigars. Honest. The protests have been to the effect that not only have some cigars carried the odor of wild and woolly Oriental perfumes guaranteed to bring the most indifferent male to his knees, but every now and then there has actually been a trace of lipstick on the tobacco. As a result, the ultimatum of the cigar factories to their girl workers. They may use a little powder, the orders say, but henceforth are instructed to lay off perfume and lipstick during cigar making hours. We interrupt this program for a flapper alert.
Tell her that you saw me, and when you saw me, I was blue. And if you hear sweet Sally asking for me, just tell her that I was asking for her too. If it seems to you that she still cares for me, let me know, I'll go wherever she may be. But if you see that someone else means more to Sally, don't tell her that you saw me.
Did he?
Well, you're not peeved, are you?
Yes, I am. Do you expect to be a chauffeur all your life?
Certainly not. I'm liable to be a big businessman, or own a garage, or go into politics. Of course, you know you can't make a fortune in a month.
I don't expect a fortune. But whenever you speak of marrying, why, it's always in the future.
Well, you've got a good job, and I've got a good job. Why can't we get married right away?
You mean that You mean that you'd let me go on working after I was married?
Well, why not? Women don't give up their independence or their professions just because they get married.
Say, I'm not that kind of a woman.
But think of how much more independent you'd feel if you was helping to keep up the home. You know, Nora, being a woman nowadays ain't what it used to be. Gee, they're almost as good as men are.
Blow your horn in salute as you pass L.C. Maltby of Genesee Street, Seminole Heights. For he is Tampa's Dean of Automobile Drivers and is entitled to recognition. He told Acting Judge Bailey in police court this morning that he had been driving a car practically continuously since 1884, just 45 years. As a courtesy to the veteran, Judge Bailey discharged the case against him, which held that Maltby had been driving his 1928 model car across a stop street without stopping. Here's an exciting real article. Detective nabs thief in battle on subway track. New York, November 9th, 1929. A detective and a suspected pickpocket dodged death from underground trains and the third rail in a desperate fistic battle today. They fought on the tracks of the dimly lighted tunnel far under the skyscrapers of lower New York, where the subway trains roar past every few minutes, and the detective, John Dilworth, won. Searching for pickpockets at the Wall Street station, he approached a bench occupied by two men when one of them, who later said he was John Curry, suddenly arose and pushed the detective from the platform. As he fell, Dilworth grabbed Curry's legs, and the two started a rough-and-tumble fight on the tracks. As the train approached, both declared a temporary truce and stepped aside in a safety zone between two tracks. Hostilities were resumed as the train whizzed by, and they wrestled over the exposed and dangerous third rail supplying the current for the trains. Curry, who was heavier, was rapidly getting the better of the encounter when subway employees came to the detective's aid. Both were dragged to the platform, and an ambulance surgeon treated them for injuries. Curry was later taken to a police station. Thanks for going back in time with me. Hey, and be careful the next time you're on a subway. You never know who you're going to meet.